Adobe just came out with a new update for Lightroom. It's called Lightroom 5.4, and it's actually got a couple new useful, cool features that I think I'm going to be using every day, so I wanted to show you what they were. One of the updates I'll probably be using all the time is the compare feature. Now, this has been around in almost every other program that's out there, especially Lightroom Classic, right? But finally, in the middle of 2022, they added to Lightroom, and I'm happy it's there. So you'll find it down here under the different views. I just have the single view, and what I used to have to do is go and click on each one and just kind of compare them. But now, luckily, I can click the compare view right there, and then I could click another photo to compare it with. And it's great because it has our different rating features underneath, and I can reject it. So for instance, I like this photograph. I like it better than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and reject this one because his hand's a little bit too close to the edge. So I'll reject, then I'll go to the next one, and then I can compare. I'll come back to this one. Let's say we're going to zoom in to the faces to compare the sharpness. And those are almost exactly the same. Exactly the same. So I'll actually say that I like this one a little bit better. And so I'm going to reject this one, and I'm going to click swap. And now it's going to be my new, that's going to be my new select to compare the other ones with. So if I click the box over here, I can continue to go and select them and view them, compare them, rate them, pick or reject as I would. It's a great way to be able to take a series of images and easily and more quickly be able to determine which one's better. Next up, something that I'm probably not going to use that often, but I guess some people might want to use this, is a video feature in Lightroom to be able to edit your videos. It's very limited. I'm not sure how many people are going to be using this, but somebody must have been asking for it. It's there. So I put in some videos to check it out, and it lets me play the video. It's uploading it to the cloud, of course, because this is Lightroom. And then it also lets me go in and change some of the settings, such as the white balance, some of the exposure settings. But it doesn't give me a lot of other options, like I can't go into detail or optics. It lets me do grain in a vignette. So I can vignette the video. I can add grain to the video. It also has some support for presets. So if I go to presets and, for instance, go to video creative presets, which is one of the new ones, I can go through here, and that's actually kind of cool, right? Remember, presets are just predetermined. You could do all of these presets manually, or all the settings manually, but the preset's just a nice way to have it easily within access. And then let's say I like that preset, and that's actually kind of cool. All right, that's pretty sweet. Then I could go ahead and do this video and add that preset, and I'm going to get a consistent look. I guess that's nice to have if you use video at all in Lightroom. Another new feature that Adobe is adding in is adaptive presets. I guess this is probably a new direction they're going to go into. Adaptive presets are basically the sky selection function, the masking function, and the subject selection function, just a little bit more automated. So if we go to our presets and we go to adaptive sky, for instance, I can click on blue drama and see what that does. Not too much. There we go. Dark, neon, storm clouds. It's basically taking your image and it's trying to do that preset to the sky only. The other adaptive presets, subject preset, and this one's a good one to see in a portrait, for instance. If I go into my portraits and I'll do the same series of images here, we'll get my son practicing his martial arts. I'll go to the adaptive presets. We're going to do a subject one, and we're going to click pop. See how it selected only him? Warm pop, soft, which is just kind of skin smoothing a little bit. Cool soft, cools it down. Vibrancy, it increases the vibrancy. And then glow. So if you like those, they're there. You can use them. Kind of cool. They also added a bunch of different presets as far as portraits go. So they have edgy portraits, and you can cycle through and see what you think. Some of them are kind of neat, but remember, these are all looks that you can get just by editing things yourself. They have new black and white presets. The presets are there if you like them. They added more premium presets into Lightroom 5.4. Another aspect of 5.4 that they added in is Redeye Removal. Redeye Removal is something that I have probably not used in 15 years. And here is an insane example I got from the internet of some really brutal red eye. The Redeye Removal is under Healing. And if I click the Redeye Removal, I'll go to autocorrect, and it did most of the job. That's pretty good. And you can have some changes there. You can change the pupil size, darken it, lighten it. You can do a couple different things. Autocorrect seemed to work fine for the couple examples I did. Something I will probably almost never use, and but it's there if you kind of like using it, especially if you have old photos maybe you're putting in Lightroom and you want to correct those. That might help out. And finally, Lightroom 5.4 updates the ability to control some of the storage, which is really kind of a big deal. I noticed that my Lightroom had like 100 gigabytes of storage it was using, and they let you go in now into preferences, and under local storage, you have much more control over your being able to clear the cache and seeing what is happening with your data. So that's a nice little addition as well. So that's about it for the features that have been added into Lightroom 5.4. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just throw them down below or reach out.